अऊज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम Safety Information Management Education tarafna user Zofia online show nani mushtabek ta confined space. Confined space basic objectives chikundi aga after this module you should be able to identify the most common confined space hazard. Take necessary step to avoid those hazards. What is confined space? Confined space is the space is a large enough for person to enter and work, has limit or strict means of entry and exit. Is not a designed by continued competency. Permit required confined space. Permit required the confined space के main kum shaina di. A permit required confined space has at least one of the following characteristics. Contain or has the potential to contain hazard atmosphere, contain a material that has the potential to surround an entrant, has internal configuration such that an entrant could be trapped or exposed, and contain any other recognized serious safety and health hazard. Confined space hazard basically hazard oxygen deficiencies, flammable combustible gases in vapor, toxic gases, solid, liquid, high noise level, and grinding, crushing, mixing mechanism, configuration, extreme temperature, chemical, lack of light. See these pictures. This is the one example of permit record confined space. Always following your company permit procedure even if you are going in for just in a second. Daugura you confined space area do you think that this is the confined space maybe oxygen deficient or contain flammable combustible or toxic gases vapors and test the atmosphere and the other oxygen contain then flammable then toxic then other hazards. Test the atmosphere at low level of the confined space. Good air, the opening does not mean good air and the bottom is deadly air. That means there are three. One is black, yellow, and red. Black is good air and yellow is poor air and deadly air is the red. Look at the atmosphere inside confined space may not be suitable for the entry and forced air and ventilation may be used, but you are not permitted to enter until the atmosphere is suitable. Confined space look at atmosphere conditions may be changed while you are the confined space and periodically monitor the atmosphere within the confined space. Get out. If the hazard atmosphere is detected while a worker in the confined space, all the activity should be stopped. The worker should be exit immediately. The hazard should be evaluated and protect measure should be taken. If the worker must wear his oxygen mask, remember it in ear purifying oxygen mask will do nothing in the oxygen deficient. These workers are wearing air supplying respirator due to lack of the oxygen. Aquatic eliminations should be provided where lighting is limited. In some cases, explosion-proof lighting may be necessary. Some confined space can be contain maximum crushing mechanism and other hazard that can be turned on and the injury a worker. Use lockout, tagout on all the hazards items. Duty of attendant known the hazard, maintain an accurate count of entrant, remain outside the permit space until thankful by the another attend and maintain the regular communication with the entrant and monitor condition inside and outside of the permit space. Duty of attendant call for rescue service when needed. Ensure unauthorized person do not enter the permit space effect operation. Perform no non-entry rescue and perform no other duty that might be interfere with primary duty to monitor and protect the entrance. It is possible for a worker to be overcome by the sudden change in atmosphere condition. Ensure that the rescue procedure is in place and cause case and the entrant need to be removed from the confined space in an emergencies. Re- Reverse pet and the permit require confined space because have the potential to contain by hazards, atmosphere, and drone in a worker. Additional concern noise greater than before due to request of the space damage hiring and affect communication. Slippery or wet surface increase risk fall of the electric shocks. Personal protective equipment more the personal protective equipment hard hat, hard toe, toit and boots, safety glasses, face shield, gloves, and or all must be worn when needed. Hard work armor. It is apply the rule of OSHA 1910 and .146 permit required confined space. Your employer responsible providing fair testing equipment if necessary, providing ventilation equipment and respiratory protection, provide and training on the confined space permit and written program, development training and emergency action rescue plans, responding to an correct hazard point out by you and the worker. You are the responsible for testing the atmosphere prior to entry, periodically monitoring to atmosphere for possible change, and following permanent procedure. Ensure that there is at least one authorized attendant present at all time and correct the hazard you are able to correct. Reporting to your supervisor the hazard and you are unable to correct them. Case study: an employee claimed inside tank clean out in line but did not test the tank atmosphere. The cool he was using produced a spark that ignite the atmosphere. Always remember, test the atmosphere prior to entry and periodically never enter confined space if atmospheric condition is not suitable, and ensure the turn to the outside the confined space at all the time. Follow your company confined space permit.